Level 1. The arrival. You are not supposed to be here. You did not choose Albuquerque. You did not choose this heat, this dust, this particular shade of desert sky that sits over everything like a warning nobody translated. You arrived the way people arrive at turning points, not because you planned it, but because smaller decisions stacked themselves quietly into something irreversible and dropped you here with not enough money and too much time to think about it. You find work the only way available. You run deliveries for a guy who asks no questions, pays in cash, and has one rule about not looking inside certain packages. You follow the rule. Following rules is easy when the alternative is the kind of hunger that is not metaphorical, nothing dramatic, nothing that announces itself as the beginning of anything, just the arithmetic of getting through the week. This is level 1. There is no story yet. Then you meet Jesse Pinkman. Level 2. The offer. Jesse does not seem dangerous. That is the thing about him. He never seems like what he actually is. He talks too much, laughs at things that are not funny, goes quiet at things that are. He offers you work, real work, he says, with the specific emphasis of someone who knows that real is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence. You say yes, because the alternative is still the arithmetic. The work is logistics, moving things, timing things, being in the right place and not asking what is in the package. You are good at this. You have always been good at being useful without being visible. For 3 weeks, everything is fine. Fine in the way that things are fine before they are not. Then Jesse tells you there is someone you need to meet. He says it the way people say things they wish were not necessary. You meet Walter White. Level 3. The man. He is not what you expected. Quiet in a way that takes up space rather than disappearing into it. He looks at you the way a chemist looks at an unknown compound, assessing, cataloging, deciding in 4 seconds whether you are useful or a liability. You get the sense that you passed, though nothing in his expression confirms it. He nods once and goes back to what he was doing. That nod carries more weight than any handshake you have ever received. You start to understand the operation. Not all of it. Nobody understands all of it except him, and that is by design. But you see the precision, the scale, the way it functions like something engineered rather than improvised. Underneath the fear, which is real and rational, you feel something else. You feel like you are inside something that matters, something that could not exist without the specific people standing in it right now, including you. This is where the first real choice arrives. Level 4. The choice. Jesse pulls you aside and tells you that a man named Tuco is going to be a problem. You understand what problem means in this context. It does not mean inconvenience. It means the kind of situation that resolves with a finality that does not allow for revision. You can walk away right now. Jesse would let you. You are not important enough yet for anyone to come after you. You do not walk away. You tell yourself it is because you have nowhere to go. That is partially true. But the more honest part, the part you do not examine directly, is that you want to see what happens next. You want to stay inside something that finally feels real. That want, small and quiet and entirely human, is the crack in the foundation. Everything that follows fits through that crack. Level 5. The warning. Tuco is handled. You do not handle him. Walter handles him in a way that makes the air in the room change permanently. You watch it happen. You file it in the place where you keep things you cannot process immediately. You smile at Walter afterward because the situation seems to require it. He looks at you for a long moment. Then he says, quietly, without drama, "You made a choice staying here. Make sure you remember that it was yours." You remember it. Every single time after that, when the weight of the operation presses down on something you used to call your conscience, it was yours. He made sure of that. Walter White does not leave loose ends, and a person who can tell themselves it was not their choice is a very specific kind of loose end. He saw that before you did. He closed the exit before you realized you were looking for one. Level 6. The wall. Months pass. The operation grows. Your role inside it grows. You are no longer just logistics. You are trusted, which in this world means you are also implicated, which means the door you did not walk through that night is now not a door anymore. It is just a wall. You live on this side of it now. You make it work the way people make anything work when the alternative has stopped being an option. By committing completely, by learning the rules, by becoming exactly what the thing needs you to be. You stop flinching at certain words. You stop asking certain questions. You stop being surprised by certain silences. This is not hardness. This is adaptation. You tell yourself there is a difference. Some nights you almost believe it. Level 7. The mirror. One day you are sitting in a parking lot waiting for a handoff that is running late, and you see Walter walking to his car. He does not see you, and for just a moment before he reaches the door, he stops, stands completely still, looks at nothing in particular. The expression on his face is one you have never seen on him before. Not control, not calculation. Something older, something that lives underneath the name he chose and the empire he built. He looks like a man standing in a life built entirely by his own choices, understanding for one unguarded second exactly what that means. He gets in the car. He drives away. You sit in the parking lot for a long time after, because the expression you just saw on his face, you have felt it. Late at night, in the specific quiet of a place you never planned to be, doing things you never planned to do. You have felt exactly that. And the most unsettling part is not the feeling itself. It is how familiar it has become. Level 8. The truth. You made a choice. He made sure you remembered it was yours. What you understand now, sitting in this heat, in this city you did not choose, is that he was right. Every single choice was yours. The night you said yes to Jesse. The night you did not walk away from Tuco. Every morning you woke up and came back. All yours. The most dangerous thing Walter White ever did to you was not put you in a room with dangerous people. It was show you who you were willing to become when the conditions were right. And the conditions, it turns out, did not need to be extraordinary. They just needed to be inconvenient enough, and lonely enough, and just real enough to make staying feel like the only honest thing left. The desert sits outside the window, enormous, patient. It was here before you arrived, and it will be here after whatever happens next. You start the car. You already know where you are going. The only question left is whether you are driving towards something or away from it. And the honest answer, the one that lives in the crack in the foundation, is that after everything, you are no longer sure there is a difference. End card hook. At which level would you have left?